Hi guys, it's Steph and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are going to be cooking one of my favorite meals ever. It's so delicious and I'm pretty sure all of you will like it. So we are going to be making some spaghetti squash. If you've never had spaghetti squash before, I know it doesn't sound too appetizing, but just wait. I promise you it is so good. And I am not a huge fan of vegetables. I like my carbs, which don't get me wrong, there are some vegetables I like, but love, probably not, but spaghetti squash, love. So I started making this recipe about 2 months ago. It's so simple. It costs around $15 to make and you get 2 big portions. And when I made this, that was actually my first time having squash as well. And I didn't know what I was gonna think about it because I've tried like zucchini pasta, cauliflower, like I've tried all of it and I'm just like, I'd rather have the actual thing. Like give me the real thing, none of this healthy stuff. But no, this, I crave it weekly. My boyfriend also is obsessed with it. Like both of us approve. And it's on our weekly food menu, so it's pretty good. So speaking of my boyfriend, he usually cuts the squash for me because it's pretty hard to cut. But I've been going to Pilates. I'm feeling strong, so let's see if we can do it. So you can cut it this direction or this direction. I've done it both ways and I definitely like this way better because then you can eat out of the squash like it's a bowl. And if we can't cut this, I've heard if you poke it with a fork and microwave it, then it's easier to cut. But we're gonna attempt it first. Oh my goodness. I did it! Now that we got the squash cut in half, that was the hardest part, I promise you. Now let me show you what other ingredients you will need. So the star of the show for this recipe is Boursin cheese. My favorite one to use is the garlic and herb, but they all taste good. So this flavor is the only one I have currently, but the garlic and herb one is my favorite to use. And Costco is the best place to get these, I think. You can get a 3-pack for a really good deal. I think you get 2 garlic and herbs and then 1 shallot and chive. And they're all good. Boursin cheese is good in anything. I'm telling you, mashed potatoes, just on a cheese board, in pasta, anything. It's so good. And the second key ingredient are some cherry tomatoes. We cannot forget about some garlic. I got this bagged garlic. I've been loving it. I just grab a handful and add it to like every recipe. Smells so good. And of course, you can never have too much cheese, so I love topping mine off with some mozzarella. And then your protein is up to you. I love this meal with some sausage, but if you wanted to do ground beef, I feel like that would be good. Chicken, maybe, whatever you're feeling, but sausage definitely is my favorite. Before we start cooking, does anyone else love having candles lit when they're cooking? Honestly, if I'm in the kitchen watching TV, having people over, anything, I just love a candle lit. It just makes the room so vibey. Like it already feels more cozy. So first thing we're gonna do is gut out these squashes. Just take all the string and seeds out of here. We wanna just make a nice clean bowl for our fillings. Okay, next we are going to coat them with olive oil and don't forget the sides. And now we're gonna season. So I like to do some garlic powder and then some onion powder, some red pepper flakes, some Slap Ya Mama. This stuff is so good. I recently bought it. It's a Cajun seasoning and it does have a kick to it. And then just some pepper. Next, I halved up some cherry tomatoes. Just add that right to the middle. And then we're adding half of the Boursin cheese to each one. So you just kind of want to wedge it down in there. I like to do 1 more dash of oil on top of the tomatoes. And time for some garlic. So I got this tool from Amazon. I've had it for years. I love it. It chops up your garlic, jalapenos, parsley so easily. So I'm just gonna add a little handful, but add as much garlic as you'd like. And just add the garlic in. Now we're gonna put them in the oven at 400 degrees for 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how big your squash is. This is the hardest part about this meal, is having to wait an hour because it smells so good. Well, we do have some time, so while we wait, I just wanna check up on you guys and see how you are all doing mentally. I know it's the end of the school season, exams are going on, just times are stressful right now. And if you'd like a therapist to talk to, BetterHelp is perfect for you. So I want to thank BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. So BetterHelp connects you with an online therapist who is trained to listen and help you and give you unbiased advice. You can literally do it all through your phone or computer, however you prefer. If you'd like to do a phone call, a video chat, or if you just prefer messaging, however you feel more comfortable. It's the easiest possible way to start talking to a therapist. So me personally, I feel a lot more comfortable when I'm in my own home, in my own space. I could be in my cozy clothes. It's so easy to get started. You just go to their site, which you can use my link betterhelp.com/Pappas. That'll also be down below. You'll get a really good special discount code with my link. You just answer a few simple questions and BetterHelp will pair you with a professional therapist who has years of experience helping people with struggles like yours. And you'll be matched with a therapist usually within 48 hours, so you can get started fast. No matter what your struggles are, if you even have struggles, it's always good to talk to someone. So I'm so happy that my sponsor of my video is wanting to help you guys out and giving me this really good discount code for all of you and even me to use. If you want to give it a try, just check out the link in my description box. Thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. And when the timer is almost up, we're gonna start cooking up our sausage. I'm just gonna season the sausage with the same seasonings as before. 50 minutes later, the squashes are out of the oven. Look at this yummy filling. Oh my gosh. So I like to just turn the squash into spaghetti. It's just cool to see it like pull apart and just become pasta. I like to just mix it up a little bit. You don't have to do the whole squash because as you eat it, you kind of pick at it as well. Now I like to add a little bit of mozzarella and then some of this sausage. And then I just top with a little bit more cheese. And then just a dash of some sweet basil. The green makes everything look really pretty. Now I'm just gonna pop these back in so the cheese can melt. And it's time to eat. So I usually just set it inside of a bowl because the outside of it is super hot. And just dig in. Oh, I'm so excited. It's so good. Like literally so good. Every time I make this, it tastes like this is my first time ever having it. And it's fun to eat. The squash just has a good crunch and it's super sweet. The Boursin cheese makes it so creamy. The tomatoes give it that good pasta flavor. Oh my gosh, I love eating my food steaming hot. Like I have a problem making soup or something in the crock pot and then I eat it as soon as I take it out of the crock pot. And you know, like your food in the crock pot cooks for like 4 to 6 hours, so it's hot. And then I just can't wait. Like if I'm hungry and it smells good, I'm just gonna eat it. And then after that, I always get a stomach ache because I have like burning hot food in my belly. So when I first made this, my boyfriend called me and we were just talking about like what our plans were for dinner or what I was maybe thinking of making because I'm always cooking something. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna try out this new recipe. It's spaghetti squash. And he's like, okay. I've never had a squash before, but I'm sure it'll be good. I'm like, yeah, I have no idea. I've never had a squash either, but we'll try it. We're like, if we don't like it, we'll make something else. We both loved it, and now like we both are just craving this and happy to eat this weekly. He's always requesting it, and I'm like, okay, I want it too. Like I could eat this every day. And you're literally eating just like a whole vegetable. Like I would say this is pretty healthy. Minus like the cheese and stuff, but even by itself, like the squash has such good flavor. You could also do it a different way and make it just with butter and Parmesan, and you could also add like spinach to that and the tomatoes as well. But it's like a never-ending bowl of pasta. And I'd say it's a pretty cheap meal too because it's so filling. I can never finish this. I always have half left for tomorrow. It's extremely filling and like I think it's pretty cheap to make because with inflation and everything, fast food prices have gone up so much. All that cheese. Which the other day, my boyfriend and I got some Wendy's. It was $21. I got a 20-piece chicken nugget with a Coke. I know you guys are like, what? I thought you didn't drink soda. One day I went through McDonald's and I got a pop with my meal. I got a Coke and I like chugged it. It was so refreshing. I feel like a Coke cures a hangover. Or if you have a belly ache. I don't know, I feel like the carbonation actually like settles your stomach. I don't drink them often, but I don't know, I was in the mood for one that day. Even if I'm just taking like a few sips too. So I got the chicken nuggets and a Coke, and my boyfriend got the biggie bag and a Frosty. Our total was $21 and the food was not good. It was so bad. Like, I feel like fast food recently has not been the same, and I heard Chick-fil-A like change their chicken too, but I bit into a chicken nugget and there was a bone in it, or like a piece of cartilage. I bit down on something so hard, I spit it out, and then I didn't eat any more of it. So I was on like my third nug, and yeah, then I couldn't. And that's never happened to me before. I've heard it happening to other people, and I guess it was like finally my turn. And yeah, it grossed me out. So then I didn't eat any of it. But we figured out if you just do 4 biggie bags, 5, 10, 15, 20, you get, I think, a 5-piece chicken nugget, and then also like a bacon cheeseburger or any of the cheeseburgers and a drink. So basically the biggie bag is the best deal. Just order like multiple of those if you want to get a good deal. But after that, we went to a Chinese restaurant and we got General Tso's chicken, sweet and sour chicken, a big thing of wonton soup. I love wonton soup. And then 8 crab rangoons. I love crab rangoons. I know. I need to try like crab again because maybe I like it. That was the same exact price. That was 21 bucks and we got so much food and it was so delicious. Like with fast food prices just going up so rapidly and the food quality is going down. Well, it's just like, okay, if you're paying $1 for a McDonald's cheeseburger, you're okay with it being like not the best. Like, it's all right if the bun's a little dry, but if you're paying $8 for it and it's garbage, then it's just kind of like annoying, you know what I mean? Because you could go to a sit-down restaurant, get the vibes at the restaurant, go sit at a patio, and get the same amount of food for like the same price. If not more food. So I've been kind of wanting to do more home cooked and homemade mukbangs and just chill, talk with me, and then also I'll show you guys how I cook it because I've been cooking a lot lately and I feel like I've definitely progressed a lot because when I first started my channel, I did not know how to cook at all. Even like 3 years ago, I didn't really know how to cook. And now I like just really enjoy cooking, and with the leftover sausage, I actually made some little miniature sausage, egg and bacon, cheese, salsa, and hot sauce burritos. That's what I did right before this. I could show them to you guys. Here they are. I guess they're not like too miniature, but my boyfriend and I are going on a trip tomorrow, so we have to get up super early for the flight. We're an hour from the airport too, which kind of stinks, but I just thought since I know we're gonna be rushing in the morning, why not make up some burritos to have in the microwave tomorrow. Since I had that leftover sausage. I still have to pack for our trip too. I am a last minute packer. We both are. Like, we're like the same person. We both are gonna be packing tonight at like midnight. I'm both sleeping in and like playing it so risky. Like, always getting to the airport with no time to spare. But in like 45 minutes, I have to leave to go to Pilates, and it's like the Pilates on a mat class. So you basically just do a bunch of things on a mat with weights, and it's hard. Like, I always feel like I'm gonna fall over. And the class is also 90 degrees. But today I saw they changed the instructor, the one that I usually go to, so she must be sick or something. So we have a new instructor today, so we'll see what that's about. All the instructors, because I do see different ones all the time for regular Pilates, they all do completely different stuff. So I'll be curious to see if this class is harder or easier. I kind of want it to be hard. I like when it's like a hard class because it really pushes you and you're like forced to do it, and it just like everyone around you doing the same stuff, like sweating their ass off, just like motivates you a lot. And I'm about to go on vacation and be in a swimsuit, so like I want to get some work in today. You guys, when I tell you I'm already full, like how it just keeps coming off the sides, like it's seriously a never-ending bowl of pasta, which is like heaven to me. But I'm actually full. Like, this is the most filling meal, and I feel like I got big squash in my belly now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this cook and eat with me. If you did, please hit the thumbs up and let me know down below if you'd like to see more of these types of videos and what else you'd want to see me cook. But I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Oh, and once again, thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. Check out that link below. Bye.